Hey all, welcome to the Institute and this week's top 10. It's been a while since I did a top 10 with vacation and everything getting in the way. But this week we're going to do a top 10 dragon action figures. Now, if you collected the old McFarlane series where he did wave after wave of dragons, you're going to have a whole bunch of dragons in your collection. I did not collect all those. I had a few of them back in the day. I do have one that's going to end up on this list. But in the number 10 spot, I'm going to have some small dragons. When 3-0 did their Daenerys figure, she came with a couple of dragons. These are before they get big and giant and monstrous. You can see Daenerys back here. And those two are going to get the number 10 spot. Yes, they're tiny dragons, but they're cute dragons. And they turn out to be very dangerous dragons. And the number 9 spot is one with Hagrid. He's got a little baby dragon. You know how much Hagrid loves his dragons. Mattel gave us a little baby one coming out of the egg. And that gets the number 9 spot. Mattel, this line that Mattel did for Harry Potter is actually kind of a really underrated line. So we're going to move on down this way and we're going to look at number 8. This is going to be from a cartoon. Remember the cartoon Onward from Pixar? Ah, yes. They had a pet dragon named Blazy. Here he is. He came with one of the figures. I forget which one. But he's a cutie patootie. It's a unique little dragon. That's number 8. Number 7. We're going to go back to the Harry Potter line because they also did some big versions. Like this one. This is a Mattel version. They did some nice versions of the monsters. You can see the troll there is great. And this dragon is a really nice sculpt. It was reasonably priced because it was a kid's line. So that Harry Potter dragon gets number 7. Now, I did say that McFarlane did a whole bunch. I only have one. He's not in a very good spot to show you, but he's up there. There he is. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit at least. He's the 3-headed dragon. He's one of the large boxed deluxe versions they had. I thought he was pretty cool, and he's the only one I've kept of the ones I had bought back in the day. But if you did buy a bunch of those, they are really good dragons. They did a nice job. He did all kinds of different versions. And had I been more into dragons and kept them all, they would have ended up more of them on this list. Number 5, H.R. Pufnstuf. Yes, he is a dragon. You probably don't even know who he is unless you're my age. And if you're my age, you probably forgot all about him. There's H.R. Pufnstuf here in the front. I have another version around back. And it's a cool little figure. And the show was a great show. Weird, bizarre LSD trip kind of show. Number 4, is he a dragon? Well, I don't know. I could argue that he isn't, I suppose. But you know what? He's got the tail. He's got the wings. He's got the fire breathing. This is the Balrog from Lord of the Rings. NECA did this one. He's massive, huge figure. For those of you who have him, you know that the legs and the tail tend to wilt over time if you have him standing. That's why hanging him like this is a much better option. He's going to last a lot longer if you do that. And he's got the number 4 spot. Number 3 is right below him. Here with the Masters of the Universe Classics. You know him, you love him. Granomir. This is the green version. Mattel did 2 versions. The green, down over here is the red. I've still got him in the box. That's the way he came. But the red, I kept boxed because I really like the green. It just screams dragon more to me. And he's one of my favorite Masters of the Universe Classics figures. So he gets number 3. Number 2, if you're lucky enough to have this one. I don't think we're ever going to get this guy again. Who knows, maybe, but I doubt it. Fin Fang Foom. This guy, let's zoom in just slightly there. This guy was a Build-A-Figure from the early Marvel Legends back when Toybiz was doing them. One of the very, very first Build-A-Figures they did, as I recall. And he's an excellent figure. Fin Fang Foom. Gets number 2. Number 1. Who could possibly get number 1? Well, I bet you're not going to think of it because you probably don't think of him as a dragon. But you know, he's got all the dragon characteristics. He even has the attitude. going to come all the way around here. And we're going to come back to the Muppets and Uncle Deadly. Yes, as far as I'm concerned, he's a dragon. I suppose you could say he's some kind of bearded lizard, but I'm going to rate him up there as a dragon. Hey, lizards, dragons, close to one another. And he gets number one. This is a great figure. Palisades, as you can see, did 3 different versions of him. They included the 3 different ghosts. One of these glows in the dark. Great set, great figure. And he gets number 1. Now, I bet your top 10 are going to be something different. I have no doubt if you have some of the McFarlane figures, you're probably going to include those in your list. Make sure you subscribe. If you're following me on Blue Sky or on Facebook, you know I'm doing a whole black action figures one a day for the Black History Month. And you'll see those over at those social media sites. And I hope you have a great rest of your collecting week.